Good evening to you, one and all. Shadow Temple of the Zeldathon and AF Crew teams back here with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Potentially, possibly, the finale of Case 4 for this game. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have a nice weekend here, friends. I have been a busy little bee out there in the world and not here, to which I apologize. But I am now here once again and ready to hang out with all of you here too. So let's get to it. I don't want to waste any more time because I've already started off pretty late. It's great to make it on time. There you go. Sorry I'm running late here, friends. I was hanging out with the family today, and I got back at a relatively reasonable hour, and then it just took me longer to cook dinner than I expected. But I got it done, and I ate some food, and I watched a little bit of Olympics, and now I'm here to hang out with all of you, so let's go do that. Let's get this thing started, shall we? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please. Thank you. Just had to wait for a quick second here. Anyway, hi friends. Welcome again to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are in case 4 of the game, where we are trying to defend our rival, frenemy, lover from being credibly accused of murder. There is a pretty intense prosecutor who is trying to take us down. His name is Manfred von Karma, and he is it starting to sound like maybe a little bit involved with all the shenaniganry. Perhaps even a murderer himself. So that's what's going on here. We got to dig on in. We got to get the captions going. And we got to get started. So let's get moving. Not lover, it's lover! Of course. Let's continue. Sorry, it's just such a fun energy to get in here to start. But hello, Cunning. Enjoy your out-of-house time. Hello, Mr. Wilson and Fifiona Sullivan and Darth and Brogan Power. You got the cold. I'm sorry to hear that. Get yourself better. Hello, Hop and Mr. Wilson. I already said Mr. Wilson, but I'm saying it hi again. Hello, Miss and DJ Joycey and Kashi. And, oh yeah, if I scroll up in chat, it's going to also freak out in the game. So I'm going to make sure that I do that just as is. Fallen Blackwing, enjoy. You Larkins, as you do. Hello, Nella. Hello, Shannon. Hello, hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty, I should say. Hello, Resplendent Moon. And via 1Q. Hello, Tart Elizabeth. Hello, Sun. And MJ Evans. I think that just about catches me on up. I do believe I didn't say hi to you. Say hello again. Hello, Moondrop. How are you? Yes, I suppose I said hi to Cunning and then proceeded to not, have an opportunity to actually say hello to them. And if I didn't already say hi. Hi, Darth. He's exhausted and unwell. Yeah, it's always important to get rest here, friends. I can't force you to do nothing, but I do suggest people sleep. Sleep is a good thing. I don't know if you guys has anybody ever tried the sleeping thing? Pretty cool. It turns out what you do is you get into a restful sort of position for your body, and then you close your eyes for like an extended period of time, and then your brain just kind of resets for a bit. And during that time, you lose consciousness. It's kind of a little scary in that sense, but on the other side, you feel a lot better afterwards. It's like those old hard drives that need some defragging. So does your brain. Turns out. Tap sign. Hello, Micaiah. How you doing? And everybody else coming in here. Hello, it is Curbs. Hello. All right, let's get going. So we just finished talking with Marvin Grossberg here. His name, not my suggestion. He was telling us about the history between Gregory Edgeworth, the father of our friend Miles Edgeworth, who died in a case 15 years ago, was shot directly in front of his son while they were trapped in an elevator together 15 years prior. That has set poor Miles Edgeworth on a path of vengeance and sadness for the rest of his career. Meanwhile, Prosecutor von Karma, who is also at the scene of the crime when it happened 15 years ago, looking a little suspicious out there, and possibly the mastermind behind our present-day case. So a man was shot in a boat, and Miles Edgeworth is being accused of it. We believe that he is being framed for murder by a team-up between a brilliant, never-lost-a-case prosecutor and a man who thinks he's selling pasta out of a boat rental shop. So that went well. Hello. How you doing? You'll now try because of my endorsement. Dang it! I keep trying to. I keep giving people good, healthy advice and losing viewers. Why do I do this to myself? I can't believe this. Anyway, let's get this thing going, shall we? We don't need to talk to this fella anymore. I just wanted to remember myself what we talked to him about before. So let's go to the detention center. Just kidding. Let's go anywhere else. Let's go to the criminal affairs department. That's where I want to go. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. But you could, Noah. That's the trick. You could, and they can just kick you out of stream if you want. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Okay, a little bit of background too. We actually did figure it out who previously killed or who killed the guy in the present case. We're pretty darn certain that it's the guy thinking he's selling noodles out of a boat rental shop. And as they tried to catch or go get him to accuse him of the crime, he escaped. And so most of the cops are looking for one Yanni Yogi, the old man with the pasta boat rental shop.
No, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Looks like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again?
Well, no, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in there as long as he's there. I trust him as the adult, not you.
Von Karma?
Yeah, he just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry!
All right, we gotta go do it then. Pierce is your favorite on the App Now videos? Well, thank you. I also enjoy Pierce quite a bit. Let's get started. Let's dig into him. The man with the pasta. Yeah, brain damage is bad. Just like the pasta boatman. Pasta boatman has also has brain damage as a result of oxygen deprivation from being trapped in an elevator 15 years ago for 5 hours straight. Not for 15 years, to be clear, though. That'd be a long time in an elevator. Turn your keyboard purple. Now, how would you do such a thing? Sorry, I saw a tweet of how cool pistol Olympic shooting looks, and I underneath my stream here, and I was like, wait a minute. And apologies for the slightly less than kind word in that tweet, but look how cool they look. Look how wild that whole setup looks. Anyway, getting back to it. What is this game? This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. He's a defense attorney whose job it is to get clients and then defend them in court against murder charges where they're falsely accused of committing murder. And our job is to figure out who's lying, who's telling the truth, and where we can find a hole, an opening, a contradiction in the story as it's presented to try and save our clients from being accused. It's pretty fun, and the characters are wild in it. It's pretty fun. See you next Tuesday, right? Look at that! Look at the eyeglasses they got on. Look at the gun they got. Look how they hold the gun. Oh, it's just all so good. Hey, let's go to the records room. This is about to, by the way, just going to tell you right now, friends, if you're not familiar with this is about to ramp up real quick. So, Here's a little bit extra info we're trying to get here. We believe that we are actually like the case we started off in this episode pretty much solved. We know who did it. We know why they did it. Yada yada whatever. This guy's trying to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth because he thinks he ruined his life 15 years ago. So he tried to frame him for murder, also killed a guy that he didn't like. 2 birds, 1 stone. We got that sorted. However, we are now trying to solve a case that happened 15 years ago because Miles Edgeworth is under the impression that he shot his dad by accident. 9-year-old self threw a gun at at somebody who was trying to attack his dad, and the gun went off, and he thinks that he shot his dad, and he doesn't like it. So we're trying to help him because we want to love him. And it's a lot easier to love someone if you can help them with their trauma. I'm not saying you can't. It's just easier. Hello, Chronics Live. Do eat some food and drinks and what have you. Yes. Oh, I gotta take my meds, but I'm out of the Prevacid. How can I take my meds if I'm out of the Prevacid? Wright has to help his boyfriend. I got a new set in the I got a new set in the car, but I haven't gotten it out of the car yet. Maybe I'll take a break later. December 27th, Police Department Records Room. So we've come in here to try to get more information about the case that happened 15 years ago. We figure, hey, Police Department Records Room probably has got more information about this case that we need to dig up. And so that's what we're doing.
Testy as always.
You're only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Popcorn can work. It shouldn't be the only thing you eat in a day, but it's better than nothing.
Huh? One of the drawers here's open.
Someone must have been looking at it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
That's my favorite character. Now, to be clear, I'm not Pierce. I do play the character Pierce. I play him, I voice him, I do all the things for him, but he is indeed a character himself, right? Just to be clear. I can't lay claim to be Pierce personally because, number one, he doesn't exist. Number two, I don't own him. So, with that being said, it's Pierce. Of course, my favorite character is Pierce. I love the goofball. Love the absolute head empty boy. Unsolved cases?
Nick! The file for DL6. It's completely empty.
DL6 being the case that happened 15 years ago. What? What are you doing in here?
Von Karma.
You. How did you know my name?
What? Wait, Von Karma. She's been in the case this whole time, like in the courtroom this whole time. Bud, have you not been paying attention? If someone's so smart, you sure are dumb.
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Do I still have Pierce on mic? Yeah, he's right. There's his pants. I'm not gonna pull up the mic the whole way.
Defense team. I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Von Karma's he's not that himbo-y, I'll tell you that much right now, because a big part of himbo is you do need to have a little bit of goodness in your heart. This man has none. Do you like as a brother? Now, once again, as previously discussed, Pierce and Ian pretty well connected between the two of them. Me and Christopher Escalante, the guy who plays Ian, we're good friends. He was actually one of my groomsmen in my wedding. Yeah, I also do not like front-facing Von Karma. It is a little uncomfortable. Pierce is just a boat in today's video. Yeah, no, I did like that. As soon as I heard that was going to be my power, I was so excited. Sorry. One half mile story aside, and then I promise I'll get in Von Karma. It was a video where all the various characters would get different powers that were like ocean related. So Aphmau could turn into a mermaid. One of them could turn into a starfish. One of them could turn into a crab. Pierce's power was boat, in that he could turn into a boat. And then when he turned into a boat, it would just have his head stapled onto the front of a boat. It's like, this is a time for boat power, and then I just turned into a boat. And I was never useful. Nobody could ride me. I was just a boat, and then I would stop being a boat, and that was the whole thing. Anyway, let's talk to Von Karma. He helped by being a boat. Yes, exact. I almost thought about making a King of Red Boats joke, MJ Evans. I thought about it. But I figured I couldn't sneak it in there somewhere, because I clearly wasn't red in any way, shape, or form, but I really wanted to. Anyway. Nobody can ride me. I'm so alone. All right.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second-rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney. Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. Yeah, I do not like this front facing of Von Karma. He looks so imposing in court, but here it just looks like his face is being held together with tape. Like you know how it was sometimes as a goof you take like strips of like magic scotch tape and you just kind of stick them on your face and go, yeah, he looks like that. It's pretty terrifying. So you did, but what I don't get is the front-facing Doofenshmirtz. Yeah, no, there's just a lot of characters that were never meant to be built facing forward. Why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Tomorrow's trial.
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Oh! How do the improved graphics make him look worse? I mean, it's that same, it is that kind of energy where, like, you know, back when we just had to imagine it, because the graphics weren't great back in the day, you just imagined a scarier character. But when you actually draw everything up, it's like, oh, he's just kind of a dude. Oh, he's just kind of a dude. Hey, how about this letter? Is this from you, sir? What happens if I show the DL6 incident photo, I wonder, actually?
Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information?
Creep!
How about a letter from the safe? This is such a bad idea. So, this letter we found in the safe of the noodle dude, this letter, it gave him instructions. This letter gave the noodle dude instructions on how to frame Miles Edgeworth and kill another guy. And we're pretty certain that this guy in front of us wrote it. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. For real? Yeah, for real. Thank you much, Unity Star, for gifted 2 gifted subs. Quite kind. Get those double those chat, please, and thank you. Thank you, Unity Star. Hello, how are you, dude? How you doing? Can you hear your own chances by showing people evidence? Never.
No, there's no, the game is not that smart. There's just progression in this game. There is no like, there's never a situation where like you lose track of things because you showed your hand. This game came out in like 2001. Their like narrative creativity where it was at a certain limit, which, you know, on the other side is kind of nice because it means you're not going to get into too much trouble. In fact, the only game that I could think of that actually causes that problem is Disco Elysium, where you can overshow your hand in that game and you do get in trouble as a result. Anyway, you have to trial without evidence. I don't want that.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What? Nick? I'm starting to think maybe we should have made a copy. What is that thing?
A stun gun for self-defense. Usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000.
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now give me the letter.
No! No!
Well, what are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
Maya!
Out of my way.
Ah! He got us. The letter's gone, of course. He took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya!
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Or take a stun gun to the gut. Like a wimp. Like, no, that's not really... Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. Better do something about her self-confidence first. Huh? Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karmo's holding this when Maya jumped him. Oh man, we lost everything else, but we gained a bullet! Now we can fire it. That's not how that works. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow.
To be continued.
I guess that wasn't as long as I remembered it, but I was worried about going too late. What was that, Friday night when we last played this? My bad. I know, it's almost an upgrade going from... Well, unfortunately, we no longer have evidence proving his involvement in the current trial. That is the problem. Truth bullet and go Danganronpa on him. There we go. Can you an anti-taser suit? I'm sure you could. You would really just need something that, number 1, prevents the barbs from penetrating your skin, and then number 2, strong insulators would be the biggest thing about that. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Does this game closely follow the TV series? I've never seen the TV series, but this TV series was based on the game. So if I had to guess, the TV series probably eliminates a couple of little details here and there that the game has, but I'm guessing it's pretty close to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, the game was first. Much like Pokemon, the game was first and everything was built out of that system, right? Yeah, chainmail would make it worse. Well, okay, you ready for this? You wear a chainmail suit. And then they're like, ha, taser, ha. But secretly, you had a grounding point in your chainmail that then went down into the ground. And that way, all of the current just flows directly off of you. Case in point, this is an experiment we used to do at the museum. We had a Tesla coil that would, was it Tesla? It was a Tesla coil, yeah. That we would use to generate lightning, and you could touch the lightning with chainmail gloves that that were attached to a booth. Only the current flow not through the body. That is true. That is true. But what if you have a ground that you can just swing into them at the same time, like a knitting needle, and you could throw it just as you're getting tased, and it could just hit them and be like, ha ha! Anyway. Really anything that doesn't let the prongs get to your skin. That's the most important bit. Posture check, can do. Let's bring that microphone up a little bit, huh? Am I practicing Triforce Heroes with Marissa online? Is the schedule come out yet? I'm so far behind, guys. I haven't been paying attention to nothing. Hold on, let me scroll. Where's Triforce Heroes with me, Marissa, and Player 3. Who that Player 3 is, we're just gonna have to find out. We haven't started practicing yet. I will tell you this. I do not anticipate finishing Triforce Heroes during the stream. I think, based on the fact that we have a 2-hour slot, would indicate that is indeed the case. We have no intention of finishing the game. But I'm needless to say, actually no, needing to say, because I don't think anybody expected me to get back on that horse at Triforce Heroes. I'm excited for it. I think this is gonna be a fun little play. I think it's gonna be chaotic, but I'm very excited to give it a try. So we'll see how it plays. All right, let's get going. This is it, Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. Only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with a stun gun yesterday.
No, that's not how it works. What is this Moonrise Kingdom stuff? It's like, you still got a bit of lightning in you. No, that's not how it works. My day's been good, Ammeter. Yeah, I guess I never talked about what I did. So yeah, Saturday, the reason I haven't gone this weekend, friends, Saturday and Sunday I hung out with my parents. We hung out with Marissa's parents last week, and then this weekend I hung out with my parents. Yesterday, we got to see the Air and Water Show. You know, at least here in the States, sometimes the Air Force puts out a bunch of super fancy stunt planes, and they go do cool flying stuff. Family rented a boat, and we went off the coast of Milwaukee into Lake Michigan and just kind of sat and watched the planes go by. It's very pretty. And then today I was at a baseball game. It was good. It was nice. Beautiful day yesterday, muggy day today, but we were inside a stadium today, and yesterday was that. So yeah, there you go.
I guess the shock.
Okay, anyway.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Oh! Why did it sound like a Hank Hill? Whoa! Lake Michigan's so much bigger than you thought it'd be before seeing it in person. Oh yeah, absolutely. You stand on one side of Lake Michigan, you cannot see the other side of you can't see Michigan from Wisconsin. You can't see Wisconsin from Michigan. And God rest your soul if you think you can see either of those places from Canada. It is really, really big.
What are you doing?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right. Good idea. Mr. Bailiff, how about a friendly hand touch?
I think it was 150K. I don't think we were expecting it at 350K. That'd be pretty intense. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal!
What's gone into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning.
How'd it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Must be tired.
Actually, after that shack I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Spraython open? I don't know. I haven't actually looked, but we'll probably try to raise a little. I talked about trying to maybe do some Zelda game before then. Maybe like Zelda 1 or Zelda 2. I haven't played either of those on stream before. It might be fun to kind of throw ourselves in on that. Which one, though? I'm trying to think of all the Zelda games that we haven't played yet. It's Zelda 1, Zelda 2, the Oracle games, and then Link Between Worlds. I think those are the five games technically that I have not yet streamed. The idea back in the day, friends, the idea here is that we actually used to play a Legend of Zelda game on stream before every Zeldathon we did. And I've been out of practice on that a little bit, but I think it would be kind of fun. It could be new. Could be neat. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood.
To be clear, so far in this case, Von Karma has not worked with the judge at all. He's been just a jerk the whole time. So the judge is like, oh, he's being nice to me today. Come on, don't be awed into silence about every little thing he says. Lego Zelda set, maybe.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker is yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition to, he currently has lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
Judgment of the Oratrice Mechanic Denalius de Cardinal. Why left court?
Yeah, I'm real sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of them motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is.
No, that's fine, Ammeter. What is that? That's like a Alejandro Saab thing, right? Or somebody else. Somebody I know. Somebody I'm indirectly connected to. Am I okay? Who's okay? You think him? Like Yanni Yogi? Oh, he's not okay. Just to be clear.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Why I left court? There's a Ray cheat. Why? Whatever. Wasn't running away or nothing. I figured I had nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Let's dig into this because, yeah, we need to prove that this guy is Yanni Yogi, former bailiff of the court, who, after an accident in an elevator 15 years ago, lost his job and his entire life, and has just been reduced to boat rental salesman ever since. I don't know what you're trying to say, Fifi. Hello, Nora Ainge. How you doing? Let's chat. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
Then how could you have known, or how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is.
Oh, a form of ID. Apparently it just doesn't even have an ID. He just... 2001 was a different time. You could get away with not having an ID for a long time.
If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
You one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. No ID in 2001. I'm not saying it's a good way to live, but yeah, I mean, you just not interact with society for a long time. I'm 1,000% certain that this man do not pay taxes. Probably also doesn't make enough money to pay taxes, but that's beside the point. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Uh-oh. I'm drinking both tea and water. Every stream, I always drink a cup of tea and a cup of water. Some hot, something cool. Some caffeinated and something it's water. It's just water. That's the important thing to note. It is just water. Made any note of that? There you go.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Yanni Yogi.
His name is Yanni Yogi, the former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name sounds familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. He's old.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Oh, well, there you guys go. You're wondering about that? Here it is. Take fingerprints. If he's Yanni Yogi, we win.
I see. That makes sense.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. That does actually happen, though. It's true. It's miserable. In fact, I got a friend who worked with compounds for a 3D printing company. It has affected their like skin composition so much that they can't touch. They have to wear gloves most of their days because otherwise their like skin starts to bind with other things, and it's not good. It's wild.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems the case has been decided, no?
Hello, showing data. How you doing? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. Footprints. Take off his shoes.
Actually, I don't got feet anymore because of the same chemical plant. Yep.
It's going pretty good. Except for the fact that we're getting backed into a corner because we can't prove the man in front of us is a man that we know to be the killer.
There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one!
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do we do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief.
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore loser, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
But what is it, Nick? No. You're not going to.
Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
I'll wait for the laughter to stop.
Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
I object first. Haha. Wait a second. You're the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do so as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes, I'm doing it. I can't believe it, guys.
You're telling me I'm losing to a bird? Oh.
Cannot wait. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
You had that right. Did you not see the title of this stream? Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Excuse me.
Absolutely hopeless. You're telling me I'm losing to a bird? Oh.
Sorry, I had to throw it in there again.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Who is your owner?
Hello! Hello! Squawk!
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I'm losing it, man.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello! Hello! Squawk!
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. This is not a toy, by the way. This is the actual genuine article. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Have we forgotten something? That was fun. As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly! Have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Squawk!
If I can get Polly to say that here, I will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly? Have we forgotten something? Hello! Hello! Squawk! That's not what you're supposed to say! Forgot something we forgot! Hello! Hello! Squawk! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. They bribed her with saltines. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. Maybe this man does deserve to get away with murder. I'm just going to say it out loud. I'm going to say it right now. If he thought to cancel out the parrot, I really do feel like maybe this is the next level stuff. This is some Columbo stuff right here.
He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything?
All right, getting back in there. You forgot Twilight Princess was only 2006, right? Yeah, you say only 2006, but that was 18 years ago, by the way. Twilight Princess can officially now buy lottery tickets and cigars. Oh, there we go. That's the crack I was waiting for.
Witness!
Yeah.
What's her name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly! Polly! What's your name?
Polly! Polly! Squawk!
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with their owner's identity?
Of course. Yes, it does.
Huh?
Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove our owner's identity?
Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking that bluffing a little too far?
Listen, I have no idea what I'm doing. Please help. We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All I have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Date, December 28th, 2001. Location, elevator, district courthouse. Okay, no clues on scene. Gregor Edgeworth. Defense attorney charged with elevator. Returning to his lost trial with his son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in heart. Murder weapon was fired twice. There we go! Aw, man, so fun. The coolest. Yanni Yogi, age 37, court bailiff, trapped in an elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Fun.
The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
Suspect data. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
There you another follow. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Just also, Polly is like, I was gonna say, honestly, there are a lot of parrots out there that I'm very certain are named Polly, right? Very, very certain about that.
A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence.
Right. But what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are on the same timeline, I believe. Yeah. Did you ever meet Von Karma's oldest child? The one that has or gave him a granddaughter? I don't think we do. I'd be curious about that. Dig in more.
All right, last piece here. What's the safe number?
Oh, okay, now I understand. Now I understand why this number is important. Maybe I'll get her to say the number that's safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what was the number in the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Seems like a bad thing to teach a parrot, honestly. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Unless it's his social security? Oh no!
What'd you like at that, friends? What's the date of the case from the DL6 incident, would you say? Just out of curiosity, do you see that little number right there? Just hanging out on the floating in the air?
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to that safe number?
The case summary. It's on the case summary page. Yeah, I wonder if when this game was like sold in Europe, they flipped that around.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. 2001 was the year. 2001 might be the last year of our of recent memory that had almost as much history as the year we presently live in. Because good Lord, does this one seemingly keep happening?
The date of the incident, December 28th? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. And also I need to now reset my ATM card number. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. We'll take a 5-minute recess so Von Karma can recertify his security. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence. That's all.
No, actually, in this case, ATM number is okay, miss. Although, man, does anybody care about ATM numbers in this day and age? Year of our Lord 2024? I'm trying to think of the last time I used an ATM. If anything, nowadays they've got ATM. They've got ATMs where you put cash in and you get a card out. Is more often the case these days whenever you go to places. Oh, PIN number, I get you. ATM number is different than parent pins now.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Well, what are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately! Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Whoa!
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
It might have auto-swapped depending on your own internet access, MJ Evans. Because I haven't dropped any frames yet, at least not so far as I can tell. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. That's when I started my method acting. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. There was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who'd sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Sorry, I'm really trying. My back is all kinds of messed up, and I'm really trying to crack this thing out. Oh, it's right there. You ever have that like a crack in your spine that you're just like, you know you can get, and it's just not coming? Ugh. I can't get it. It's fine. Stretch. Here we go. Working on it. We'll get there at some point. Include Edgeworth when he was 9. They hurt so bad, yeah. I've been driving to Virginia. Wait, yeah, they are in Virginia. But yeah, I mean, the original case seems to be closed, right? He admitted to the murder. He's got motive. You don't really know the motive yet, at least not externally. We haven't put it out in the court yet, but we're gonna go in there.
Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
And the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
Innocent. In this case, at least.
Hey, Sailor Aurora, how you doing?
very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
We won.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of the suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Yay! We win! We did it!
That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, boy. Edgeworth! No! Did someone just say objection? He does almost look like a Moai head.
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth!
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we've heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess! He's going to say he's guilty! He's going to tell them that he was the murderer in the DL6 incident! He's going to tell them that he killed his own dad!
Oh, what do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Even if he is just falling on a sword.
For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
Hey, Montaro.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. Not really sure how I should deal with this. Probably not.
Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I'm not sure this is correct.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. Just a little piddle time. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take while taking a piddle. Court is adjourned.
A traumatized kid? What? December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? You don't think you're allowed to reopen a closed case once the judgment is passed? It's called double jeopardy. You cannot be accused of the same crime twice. Once a court determines your innocence, then that is it. You can't be recharged afterwards. However, this Edgeworth was never accused of this crime back in the day. And so that's an important piece of the puzzle here, along with the fact that, you might be like, I can't believe a 24-year-old man trying a 24-year-old man for his 9-year-old crimes. That's what statutes of limitations are, right? And different crimes have different statutes of limitations. Lesser crimes have shorter statute of limitations. So we're not trying to parse through somebody's entire history, for, you shouldn't be tried for stealing a candy bar when you're age 15 when you're 36, right? Like everybody with that candy bar in mind has moved on. If they find new oh, are you saying if they found DNA evidence or something like that, they could recharge you? That's interesting. Which makes sense, right? I mean, if after the fact they found a handwritten letter by you that was like, haha, I murdered the man, you fool. You're like, I'm sure it is also even the like grounds on that is also determined by the courts and judges. So, you know, concerned about the medical field works in this world. What do you mean, Leolite?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. Getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. I guess that was not immediately implied that we were going to defend him in court for the DL6 incident as well. This is essentially a new court case that's happening. For mental health? Oh, no, not here. No, sir. This is not a world where people get treated for mental health issues. You kidding me? This whole cast is draped in murder every day of their lives.
Well, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. This is just like USA. Hey. And laws can change, sure. And different state laws probably have different state statute of limitations on various crimes as well. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.